Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to make a video talking about when you should be purchasing cars and at what net worth. This was a conversation that I was seeing online, and I kind of wanted to continue the conversation with you guys here on the channel. Somebody was asking, can I purchase a $100,000 car? I make $200,000 annually, and I have a $1 million net worth. I wanted to start with breaking it down into three net worth brackets. So the first was going to be a $0 to $100,000 net worth. Then we're going to talk about net worths from $100,000 to $500,000, and then we're going to talk about $500,000 to $1 million plus net worth. Let's start with the $0 to $100,000 net worth. So when you have only $100,000 or less at this net worth, the thing that's going to be the most important is making sure that you're not buying too much vehicle for your net worth. So you probably know a lot of people that have $60,000, $65,000 in cars, and they only make $60,000, $45,000. Their vehicles make up the majority of their net worth, 100% of their annual income. And so you don't want to do that. So making sure that you're not buying too much car. So this car price range for that net worth is really going to be looking at anything from $10,000 to $15,000. $10,000 to $15,000 gets you a really solid starter car. I would use the Money Guy 23-8 rule, 20% down for no more than 3 years, and it should make up more than 8% of your net worth. And you can go double check that. And so $10,000 to $15,000 is a really solid starter car, and at that price range, we're really talking about Toyotas and Hondas. Maybe you could get an Acura or Lexus as well, but we're looking for a really reliable starter car. So do not be buying Volkswagen. Don't be buying a BMW that's $10,000 to $15,000. These are going to become money pits, and we don't want to be buying more than a car that's more expensive than this. So don't get caught up in vehicle extended warranties and all that kind of stuff. Those things will just balloon the price of the vehicle. Don't be getting into leases. These are things that are going to negatively impact your net worth over the long haul. You're trying to build up your net worth, and buying too much vehicle too early is going to be a massive impediment to how you can build your net worth. We're talking from $100,000 to $500,000. So I think that a net worth between $100,000 and $500,000 is probably what concerns me the most for most people. Because if you've gotten to the point where you have $100,000 to $500,000, you're doing something right. So you've put in the steps and you've been successful to this point, but now you're probably going to start feeling like you have more money than you do. And this is where it becomes an even bigger tendency to over purchase vehicles. So a lot of people, you're going to have more money than them. A lot of your friends and family and coworkers, you're going to have more money than them. And so you're going to be moving and interacting with the world a lot differently than they do. And so it might feel even easier for you to spend that type of money. While you're on your income building journey, one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that as your net worth goes up, more and more people will come to you asking for money. More and more people will try to get you to spend money because they know you have it. They'll be like, hey, I know you've got it. Why don't you just treat yourself? Go get this type of car. Go buy that type of car. Don't do it. It's all a trap. Keep your head down and keep pushing. You're going to really be looking at a solid $20,000 to $40,000 car. Now, what I want you to avoid is, one, after you have $100,000, we are no longer going to be buying vehicles with a loan. At this net worth, everything is being bought cash. So if you're buying a $20,000 to $40,000 vehicle, it needs to be purchased in cash. If you're over the age of 30, I would hope that you have no consumer debt, so no credit card debt, buy now, pay later. And also, if you're over the age of 30, no vehicle debt. The only debt that you should have is either stuff that is for business or a mortgage. Vehicles that I want you to avoid are luxury. So this is where luxury cars are probably going to become a lot more appealing to you. So BMW, Mercedes, Land Rover, those types of vehicles are going to become a lot more desirable in the $20,000 to $40,000 price range. But what I want you to avoid between $100,000 and $500,000 is money pits. cars that are going to take up a lot of capital, a lot of time, and a lot of energy on your part. So please avoid those types of vehicles at that net worth level. There are some cool cars that do come into scope. So the C6 Z06 Corvette, you could probably pick up in the $20,000 to $40,000 price range. Also, the 987.2 or the 981 Cayman S's should be in that price range, Porsche Boxsters. And so you can kind of consider those cars, but honestly, I'm just wanting you to avoid getting into debt. Now, or just having a money pit, not even the debt, because we shouldn't be in debt for vehicles at this level. Another thing is, if you are looking for something a little bit more luxury, looking at Lexus and Acura is really going to be great. Even Infiniti could be considered luxury at this price range, but still, I've never been a big Infiniti fan. I've always been Lexus and Acura. So moving on to the last net worth bracket, and that is $500,000 to $1 million plus net worth. Number one, we are definitely not purchasing any cars on loan. And this is when it's a lot more of percentages of net worth. So whatever that percentage of net worth is to you, it might be a little bit more, might be a little bit less, depending on your risk tolerance and what your goals are for your overall net worth. But 10% seems to be a commonly echoed net worth percentage. So if you have $1 million net worth and you want 10% of that net worth to be vehicles, so we're talking $100,000. So yes, if you have $1 million, or if you're like this person that was asking the question, he had $1 million net worth with a $200,000 annual income. At this range, we're not buying Porsche 911 GT3 RSs. We're not buying Porsche Cayman GT4 RSs. We're not buying GTRs, maybe some older GTRs, but we're not really buying Lamborghinis, right? Because that's going to make up an excessive amount of your net worth. So at the $1 million to probably $5 million net worth, your net worth is a good portion of your net worth is probably going to be in a home and a little bit of stocks. And so you want to still be contributing to your retirement, to your investments, to business. And so you don't want to tie up a large amount of your net worth. I know I was saying that, behind us in those other two net worth brackets, but this is still something to consider at the upper end of the net worth. Now, once you get 10 million, 20 million, 30, 40, 50 million dollar net worths, then none of this really applies. This is just more of a yearly felt experience. So, and another thing that we all have to consider is, once you're starting to get into these higher net worth brackets, a lot of your maintenance is not going to either be done by you or shouldn't probably even be done by you. I like working on my own vehicles, but at a certain point, it's probably not going to be worth my time to do that kind of stuff myself. And so that needs to be another consideration that you make in all of these tax brackets, honestly, but especially in these higher net worth tax brackets. Consider like what type of maintenance you're going to be willing to do annually, especially on some of those exotic cars like Lamborghini, McLaren, Porsche. Those things can get really expensive really quickly. And so a good rule of thumb is that if you can't afford to buy it twice, you can't afford to buy it once. And so if you're looking at buying a $100,000 car and you don't have $200,000 in the bank, then probably don't buy it. If you're looking to buy a $60,000 to $75,000 car and you don't have $120,000 to $135,000, $140,000 saved, don't buy it. So I just wanted to share this with you. I kind of found the conversation interesting. Hopefully you enjoyed this discussion. If you do like this type of content from me, let me know down in the comment section below. If you agree with me, let me know what your kind of thought process is on net worth versus vehicles. And if you completely disagree with me, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. Please share this video. Sharing it gets it out there to the algorithm and lets YouTube know that this kind of content is resonating with people. Thank you so much. And as always, thanks for watching.